The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Monker, his guests, callers, and advisors on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of ILS, the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without the express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2017. All rights are reserved.
The role of a woman in the society is to submit. Birth control are the pills of the devil. Education is so fundamental to the development of a people. Hang murderers. Simple as that. What am I voting for? Voting will change nothing.
Tout le monde haïtien, como ye. God save the Queen. Freedom!
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. I'm a Justice of the Peace here in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, and of course, I'm a member of the Holy Roman Catholic Church. My spiritual advisor, I can't find him. If anybody sees the spiritual advisor, please ask him to call me at 434-57. Goodness me, I've forgotten my number, 434-5760. Am I saying my number correctly? I've forgotten it. Spiritual advisor, where are you? Call me. I just want to know that you are safe. But praise the Lord. The former Minister of Transport, Deason Glennis Hannah Martin, has exposed the Minister of Finance. She has produced the easily verifiable facts that K. Peter Turnquest is in conflict. And the first sign of corruption is always conflict. We'll talk about it, and we will show you what I meant when I said this election was about gangsterism, and it was about the gangsters that you love. How the heck Peter could put in the budget things that will benefit his company interest. He got plane, you know. One of them plane coming out of Grand Bahama, all he got is interest. And guess what he has done? That son of a gun. But he ain't know who Glennis Hannah Martin is. He's getting conflict. But we're going to expose him. And when it's all over, you will see that Peter is not better than Paul. It's gangsterism. Turnquest under fire over his link to Sky Bahamas. Well, I can't see the clock. So, you know, they have me clock, and I can't see the clock, so I even can't tell where I am. Would you all please turn on the clock so I can time myself? Today, there are reports coming in from all over the Family Islands. In one of the northern part of the island, a Negro male who has confessed that he is an FNM. He's contacted me asking for help. I do. And I've said to him, listen, it doesn't matter whether or not you voted FNM or not. It is the people's time. So come. I'm looking for FNMs to come on the show and to tell me what their problems are, because I'm here as the people's defender. So it's a bunch of things on my mind as the FNM all over the Family Island is taking away legitimately signed contracts. That's what they're doing. As they find you with your contract, they're taking it away. But it is my hope that these Negroes will stand up and sue the FNM, because they're wrong to take away legitimate contracts. My name is Rodney Monker, and I'm happy to be here to tell you about some of the F&M corruption. Goodness me, they accuse the PLP of corruption, but they are even more corrupt. I'll be right back.
Freedom March with Rodney Monker will be right back after this. This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March, broadcasting live here on ILTV. Well, today, many Negroes attended the government's own clinic located on Fleming Street. You know, it's the people's time, and the people them were sick. But by grab, Dr. Dwayne Sons, you need more doctor. The doctor came late. People wondered if he would ever come. It's the people's time. And we need our full complement of doctors. I mean, goodness have mercy. Bainstown and Grandstown, they're the Negroes that Dr. Minnis asks for their political support because he promised them many great things. But by grab, the doctor took a long time to show up. And it ain't fair. Come on. It's the people's time. And by people, who do you mean? Certainly, it must be the Negro people. Well, being in Grandstown, you know where you can find your member of parliament. Would y'all please leave me alone and stop telling me that the doctor come late before I start to play doctor. And you know I know doctor, and playing doctor is against the law. But that is what has happened. I wonder what excuse my doctor, Dr. Dwayne Sons, has. And Dr. Sons, if you can't find no doctor, you know you're the best doctor. So go and treat the people's them. I just thought I would say it because Sister Woman stopped by my office today to complain. I mean, these Negroes wouldn't leave me alone. Anyway, I'm honored to do it. So if you have any more problems, please let me know. There is an article in the newspaper talking over the fact that the F&M intends to complete a policy position which requires legislation. And it's called the National Intelligence Agency. You would recall when Dr. Minnis's campaign was being managed by outside forces and those who had plotted, conspired, and financed the removal of Christie and the PLP, Minnis was critical of the National Intelligence Agency. I must confess that he was correct when he argued that there was no legislation for the governance of the National Intelligence Agency. Let me call it the Negro Intelligence Agency, because this isn't designed to spy on white people. This is for y'all, within the Negro self. So Minnis now says, his government says, that they intend to bring legislation. By those legislation, are they now suggesting that the National Intelligence Agency will no longer spy? Because Save the Bay, Fred Smith, and all those other scallywags, they had a problem with it. But guess what their problem was? Minnis was not observing what took place in 2012. So I'll tell you what took place in 2012, perhaps 2013. You would recall that the former Commodore of the Defense Force, Butch Scavala, was named to be in charge of the NIA. Let's call it the Negro Intelligence Agency. In the course of that, one of the most powerful white women out of the United States government and the intelligence community called upon the Bahamas government, and in a photograph displayed on Facebook, we saw Bush Cavallo, the then charge d'affaires, the powerful white woman from the States, Dr. Bernard Nordich, and Bush Cavallo. And that was the consolidation of international intelligence agencies coordinating and working together. Now, Menace, God forgive me, with his stupid advisors, did not recognize that there was an international maneuver taking place. And so, Menace, instead of quietly requesting from the government an explanation, they played politics. Well, I'm going to tell you something, Dr. Menace. The same white people who it was forcing the Christie government to initiate the so-called National Intelligence Agency are the ones who's putting the boom sucky on Menace, because Menace don't recognize who Marvin Dames is. Marvin Dames is their man. All right? So that's one of the things that they don't understand. So you're going to have your National Intelligence Agency, because don't forget who run things. International white people run things. So you Negroes, I listen to you all running on. But by grab, you're not going to have the National Intelligence Agency. All right? You're only in charge of us Negroes. But when it comes to the real world and the first world, white people, they run things with your stupid, stupid self talking nonsense. And I'm going to show you how Menace obviously doesn't understand what is taking place. In the world, there is something called terrorism. You hear me? And you need an intelligence agency to monitor what is taking place, because there are powerful world interests stationed here in the Bahamas. And y'all Negroes, y'all don't know what y'all doing. Y'all wouldn't know a terrorist if the terrorist did blow y'all up. Y'all wouldn't even know a terrorist with your stupid self. God forgive me for calling my people stupid, but they're stupid. God forgive me. I shouldn't say that. That is so unkind. But I had to say it when I read the stupidity that these Negroes are running on with their stupid self. Just watch what is taking place. And then Menace does not seem to understand diplomacy. I'll take you to the F&M manifesto. Can Menace explain why in a local political manifesto that is designed to get us, the Negro people, to follow him, why would he put the photograph of him and decent Miss Lisa Johnson, who's not a citizen of the Bahamas, why would he put her in this? Goodness have mercy. You don't do that, Menace. You stay far, all right? You don't do that, not in the local politics. Now, if you are calling upon decent Miss Lisa Johnson, the charge d'affaires, then them pictures should not be put in a political document, because it is open to all kinds of speculation and interpretation. Suppose that decent man, that godly man, was not president of the United States, I would have been upset. But praise the Lord, Donald Trump is going to make America great, and by extension, he's going to make the Negroes in America great, and we here in the Bahamas. Oh boy, these Negroes, they can run on with a bunch of nonsense. Say they against the NIA. The PLP can spy on them. All kind of stupidity. Meanwhile, we need some spies, because the deputy prime minister, like his prime minister, they don't want to declare Peter knows that he owned the plane. Peter knows he's making millions. Peter knows that the thing, the incentives in the budget for planes, he will be the first light-skinned Negro to benefit. And they call it the people's time. People's time, my foot. Foot. F-O-O-T. Foot. Goodness me. But I'm happy that Glenys Hannah Martin is a wonderful woman, and she's smart. You should know her daddy. Her daddy is a national hero, the Honorable Arthur Dion Hannah. And he's always been good at catching F&Ms in conflicts and double standards. The last F&M he got was the Honorable Henry John Bostwick. And when Hannah finished with Bostwick, he took one of the biggest law books and he flung it after Bostwick, because he had caught Bostwick in a political, mischievous untruth. And now his daughter, praise the Lord, she understands that portfolio. And here we got Kevin Peter Turnquest, the Deputy Prime Minister, and the Minister of Finance committing the same wicked, evil sin that his Prime Minister and party leader, Dr. Minnis, has committed. Don't forget, Minnis never declared his interest in a contract that Mr. Ingram told him to divest himself of. And conflict is the first sign of corruption. You hear me? Now we got Peter. Think because it's only for PLP that he could bull skate them and put this on the people's dam. But by grab, Glenys, she grabbed him by his testicle and she pulled it. That's what she did. And he ain't got no iron testicle, because if he does, she's prepared to kick him in his testicles. Glenys don't kick the man really now, because that wouldn't be kind. But praise the Lord, she is good. Glenys, I'm going to give you an A+. Wow, you're great. Keep looking at the F&M, because in the parliament, our political whores, that's what they're doing. They got the people vote. And now instead of putting the people's voice, what is he doing? With Sky Bahamas, big time owner. Huh? And now having given the Aguilar all kind of exemption on washing machine and other things. Is it really the people's time? It's not. It's not. And Glenys, when you finish pulling Peter, Kevin, Turnquest's testicle, I want you to get a baseball and lick the Aguilar politically in his left testicle. Testicle. I wonder if I can spell that. T-E-S-T-I-C-U-L-A-R. No? No. I spell testicle? Teach me. Go ahead. T-E-S-T-I-C-L-E. That's testicle? Yeah. Goodness me, I can't spell testicle. Well, I'm going to have to learn, because I have two testicles. T-E-S-T-I-C-L-E. Yes. Testicles. Kick them, Glenys, in their testicle, because they are politically dishonest. Meanwhile, as Peter secures a budget in his favor in Grand Bahama, he's taking away all kinds of contract. They are wicked. They're nothing but a bunch of picky teeth, Montabi. They're nothing but frying pans. And I say, Peter, You are a frying pan with plenty black collie on it. I'm just annoyed. Testicle. T-E-S-T-I-C-L-E. Am I spelling it correctly? Testicle. Goodness of mercy. We're in trouble. We are in trouble. I need a new dictionary to make sure that I can spell my testicle. My testicle. Because it's amazing. It is so amazing. I just don't understand it. Right? I don't understand it. I do not understand what is taking place. But I'm going to show you the second corruption. Because here we have a prime minister who is threatening to send the files to an attorney general who didn't also disclose. You all take that. Prove to me that Carl Bedell continuously disclosed. You see what we are faced with? Carl Bedell, I challenge you. Admit to your minister that you did not disclose. Talking nonsense. A bunch of scallywags. Lord have mercy on me. Have mercy, Lord. Because Alibaba and 34, Alibaba, when it's all over, this government can be called Alibaba, or should I say Dr. Menace and his 34, tout le monde haïtien, c'est illégalement pour dire ça en anglais. Parce que si moi dis ça en anglais, yo mettez-moi dans prison, dans calabouche. Oh boy, it's just amazing what is taking place in the country. I mean, the F&M, these guys are wonderful. In the budget, it's for them. Nothing for the poor people. The Aguilar need more washing machine. The Aguilar, if they give you an exemption, I shall not pay to wash my clothes. Wow, that's a powerful idea. I don't want the rest of y'all to do that, eh? Just leave it to me, because that's against the law, and I'm prepared to go to jail. I don't want y'all to go to jail, okay? Oh boy, we're in trouble. It is a juicy budget. A juicy budget. The Aguilar got his cut. The Deputy Prime Minister got his cut. And perhaps you can't blame them, you know. Can we blame the F&M for taking their cut because they said the PLP got their cut? Cut, juice. They are juicing y'all. But by grab, they ain't gonna juice me, because Glennis, when I come back, I'll tell you some more things about these wicked, no good F&Ms.
Freedom March with Rodney Monker will be right back after this. The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Monker, his guests, callers, and advisors on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of ILS, the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without the express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2017. All rights are reserved.
Welcome back to Freedom March, broadcasting live here on ILTV in Nassau, Bahamas. And I thought I was feeling better since the PLP had such a wonderful Labor Day parade. Now, I'm upset. I can't believe. I always thought that K. Peter Turnquest was safe. I always thought he was a safe man. You know, you see him in the F&M. He looks safe. I always thought that this was a man who would stand on principle, and that he would not slip anything in the budget that would give him personal gratification and benefits. I always thought so. Peter Turnquest, you know. but he's turning out to be a rascal, a political rascal. But he doesn't know the loins of which Glennis came from. Hannah was one of Pinling's most shrewdish ministers. And Hannah could smell corruption. And it appears that Glennis Hannah Martin, she can smell it as well. And she smelled the corruption of a deputy prime minister and minister of finance. Got big plane. I never know Peter had a plane. I thought Sky Bahamas belonged to the DNA man, Randy. Now, I now learn it must say Randy on. Or maybe it's Randy and Peter on. Isn't this powerful? Randy's DNA, Randy ain't got no power. Peter's F&M. He's deputy prime minister and he's minister of finance. And he comes with a huge budget. And in the budget, he's taking care of himself. Boy, these people something, eh? I mean, every time I pray to God to send me some Negroes who can stand above corruption, it looks to me like I can't find none. What's going on? What is going on? Why? Sky Bahamas making all that money. Why you won't give them concession? What is this, Peter? Huh? You know the F&M is a one-term government. So you can now stuff, not your pocket, your plane. You better be careful with me, because I don't like it. And I always thought that you were safe. But now you're turning out to be a scallywag. Huh? What the heck this is? Anyway, let me leave it alone before you all cause me to sin some more. What else? Menace. Menace is now threatening. You know, God is good. Here, the F&M came to power in 2007. Hubert Alexander Ingram, the then prime minister, said to Menace, listen, you're going to be minister of health. This contract is a conflict. Get rid of it. Menace waited until Papa wasn't looking, and he hid the contract. And of course, doubt has arisen as to why Papa did not check. So Menace, for 5 years as Minister of Health, paid himself, you heard me, $7,500. And during that period, Menace was required to do a public disclosure. And would you believe that our newest prime minister never made a public disclosure? And when he was confronted, he came up, God forgive me, with a silly legal argument. He argued that his company, which he owned, was separate from himself, which was nonsense. There are cases when a particular situation might arise where you can argue that your company is separate in law from you. But if you are found committing fraud, the company is like a woman wearing a long dress. So if you are committing fraud, the law then lift up the veil, raise up the woman gown tail. You know the song? Raise up your gown tail, hard time can fall in. Well, that's what happened. So when we lift the corporate veil, guess who was under the skite? Menace. And you know, Menace is a gynecologist. He was there, denying. And for the first time, Menace has publicly disclosed his interest. He did that on nomination day. You heard what I tell you? Prior to that, Menace has hidden. Now he is threatening. He is threatening that those who did not disclose, he's going to send the files to an attorney general where doubt has arisen as to whether or not the Honorable Carl Wiltshire Bettel has consistently did his own. And I call on Miles LaRoda, who is the chairman of the public disclosure, Miles, let me tell you something. I don't mess around. I don't want no backdated public disclosure being accepted by you. You heard me? Because if I was to discover that, I promise to take out a private prosecution. All right? Now, I've known you to be always honorable, God-fearing, with the respect for the law. Don't mind Minutes got 35 seats. The law must prevail. Now he say he can send it to Carl Battle. All right? How you can send it to Carl Battle when Carl ain't saved? Carl Battle is not saved. He's not saved. He's not sanctified. And like Pontius' wife, or should I say he should be like Pontius? Pontius, I can't pronounce the name. He should be above suspicion. And I say, Menace, if you have not disclosed, how the heck you could refer it to Carl when you only disclose for the first time in this election? But this country is a gangster country. Y'all ain't nothing. Y'all, this country, y'all is a bunch of gangsters. Because nobody's prepared to say to Menace, but Menace, you didn't disclose. Huh? Nobody's prepared to say that. I ran into a Negro woman today, and she said to me, Mr. Monker, I want to say something to you. I was so excited. And then she relaxed me. She said, I am one of the woman's them. Well, once you say that you was one of the woman them, I drop my guard. And then she grabbed her political cutlass, and she accused me. She said, you don't like Dr. Menace. I said, that is not true. She said, yes. I said, but if you believe I don't like him, ask Papa. Because when I used to see Papa at Arawaki, Papa used to have Menace right there. All right? And that's what the woman run on with. I love Menace, but I have a problem with what? His principles. He's not set a good example. For 10 years, this man never disclosed. And he talking, huh? But he can send to Carl? Has Carl Battle consistently disclosed? Huh? Has he? Well, if he has, I want him to produce the record. I want him to produce it. When he's talking all this nonsense, but what he can send to the Attorney General when he notices a corrupt country. Corrupt! It's a bunch of corrupt people, bunch of gangsters. Everybody think that gangsterism is the way. Menace, you didn't disclose. So send it to Carl, so I can see if Carl is his own man. And don't forget, Menace, I'll tell you a secret. Carl, watch out for me. Because in 1987, I had you in the back of the bush for training. And if you talk nonsense, I will look at your results. You see, you got to watch out for me. Most of these young people who has emerged, I had them in the back of the bush. Come, let's go to the back of the bush for good political indoctrination. And I need only to read his report of 1987. So be careful, Attorney General, because I got you in. You ain't give my sister, daughter, her land yet. But if you think you could hide behind Attorney General, you tell a big, fat lie. And you should quietly tell Menace that he should backdate from he was elected in 2007 when Hubert Ingram told him to divest the contract, and backdate and start disclosing from 2007 straight to 2017. For 10 years, Menace never disclosed. And I listened to F&Ms. I listened to one woman who almost cost me the sin. Almost cost me the sin. All right? She wouldn't defend Menace. And I had my holy book in my hand. I was just about to enter the tabernacle of the Lord. And I looked at her and I said, sister, you really going to do this to me in the tabernacle of the Most High God? And she pushed me. And I accused her of not being saved. I said, listen, what minister did was contrary to the law. And you supporting that, you is saved. And I believe I may have spelled save for her. S-A-V-E. A bunch of people professing Jesus Christ. But when it comes to the truth, they lie. Y'all ain't saved. You know what y'all are? Y'all are church attendants, which in a no good self, trying to get me mad to sin. God forgive me. I shouldn't call the saints no good. Forgive me, dear Lord, for I have sinned. Forgive me. But they have me upset. I mean, all the F and them doing is thieving things in the budget for themselves. Peter got a whole plane. Peter, I never had a free ride on Star. What the plane name? Slides. What the plane name? Sky. I've never had a free ride on Sky. The last time I've been on Sky, I was so frightened. I was frightened. Because there was two little Conky Joe teenagers from Marsh Harbor. So I felt good. I said, well, these are two Conky Joes. God ain't gonna let the plane crash. Because they look like angels. And when I look at the girl, she panicked. And when she panicked, I look at the young Conky Joe boy, he panicked. I start looking outside the Sky plane. I say, wonder what they see. I wonder what they see. And thank God, I had a good friend who was sitting in the back of me, Ras Denera Thompson. I said, Ras, the two Conky Joe young people, they're frightened. Look outside the plane, because I'm going to close my eye. And he said, man, don't close your eye. I said, I'm closing my eye. Because these two Conky Joe on Sky, and that plane was about that size. Then Ras looked outside and he said, the plane is safe. So I opened my eye. All right? And now, the Minister of Finance and the Deputy Prime Minister, he's just like Minister. They don't want to disclose. All right? But Minister, I'll meet y'all in court. I will meet y'all in court. I disclose. See, I'm going to be honest. I disclose. Then the next thing I know, they tell me I put the wrong date. Well, what date y'all thought I was supposed to put? I put the date, and the lawyers them say it's fine. So, you know, I just love what they're doing. So everybody in the F&M is taking good care of themselves. All right? Anyway, let me leave that alone. I can't believe. I always thought that the Aguilar was proud and that the Haitian in him, because the Aguilar comes from a rich Haitian legacy. Ma besmen tout moun haïtien, pas j'oublier, parce que family 7, Papa Doc Duvalier, pas j'oublier, parce que am pile moun qui gen power, konya, na parlement, les family habiteur na Haïti, yo fait Tonton Makout! Tonton Makout! I just told the Haitian people that they have to be careful because there are many descendants in the parliament. They supported, their family supported Papa Doc. And they're nothing but a bunch of Tonton Makout. Makout. In Haitian Creole, Tonton is uncle. And Makout is like booger man, ghost. A spirit, liquido mama, and so. Anyway, there's another interesting story in the paper. Court Smith, he spoke truth in an affidavit. And sometime we have been taught, not sometime, we have been taught a biblical principle that the truth shall set you free. And there are times, depending on the circumstances, that could be altered because your truth could be believed to have had malicious intent. And in the paper, a judge of the Supreme Court has ordered Court Smith to pay $20,000 or go to jail for 14 days. Now, I'm a poor man. If they charge me $20,000 or 14 days, I'm going to have to go to jail. And even if I was a rich man, I would sit back and say, now what should I do? Should I pay the $20,000 or go to jail for 14 days? I am beginning to believe that God might decide to go to prison, but I could stop him because I was a prisoner at Her Majesty's prison. Did you know that? I spent a whole night in the clinic. And while I was there, I gathered intelligence. And if I was to tell God on intelligence, he'll pay the $20,000. I spent a whole night. And while I was sleeping, there was a man who had a chronic illness. And as I caught myself and I look up, he said to me that God has given him a message for me. And I sat up and I said, God has given you a message for me? He said, yes. And I asked him for the message. And he began to read Holy Scriptures. And then in the middle of the night, a man appeared. I'll tell you about it. God, I think you should go to jail. $20,000 is a lot of money. So what sin did Code committed? Code was involved in the case, and he, in an affidavit that he swore, he talked about the judge. The things that he said was true. But the judge concluded that it was malicious, that he was scandalizing her, that he was subjecting her character to public odium, ridicule, and contempt. And she was prepared to wail up his backside. And there was nothing that she was listening to. It's a judge who's had a rough history. Y'all wouldn't know it because y'all ain't 60. I know it because I'm 60. I know it because I read the newspaper. I know it because I went out to the court. I went out to the court over 30 years. There are some things that happen to powerful people, and I sit back, I said, now this is a powerful man. Let me go to court, because 30 years from now, I'm going to have to bring it up. I don't know if I should bring it up. The judge has had a rough time. One day, she went to Scotia Bank, and the next thing she know, a Negro male grabbed her handbag and licked her down. That's what happened. So she's had a rough life. She's had constant struggle. And that is why, if Minnis wants to learn something positive from the United States, one of the things that these Negroes here in the Bahamas should learn is how, whenever the Americans are about to appoint judges to their Supreme Court, guess what they do? They hold a judicial investigation. The judges sent for either before whatever committee of the U.S. Congress, ask a series of questions, find out their position on abortion, maybe birth control, maybe kinky sex, and a bunch of things. Then they try to figure out the psychology of the judge, the struggles of the judge, and so forth. Y'all don't do it. That's how Mr. Ingram allowed John Delaney, a former F&M Attorney General, to bring a whole man who didn't believe in Jehovah. And they did more things. It was a bunch of nonsense. They made decisions. I thought the country was progressive. Only for me to discover that that judge was not saved nor sanctified. But we didn't know it because we failed to investigate. That is how the judge under Pinling and Sir Clement Maynard were able to smuggle a whole woman into the country because there was no judicial investigation. And had there been, they would have known that his lordship was keeping sweetheart. They would have known it. They would have known it. They would also have known that he smuggled her in through Freeport, through Eleuthera. But there's no judicial investigation. Some Negroes, by themselves, they determine that some unknown citizen, or some known citizen to them, is going to be a judge, and there's no investigation. Well, if you want to enhance the democracy, we need judges to appear before either the parliament or an arm of the parliament. Can you imagine if I was a member of the parliament and that judge who smuggled the woman in the country, the first thing I would have asked him, are you safe? I'm certain he would have said yes. Then I would say to him, are you married? I'm certain he would have said. I said, now, do you keep sweetheart? And I'm certain he would not have known. So I would have told him what I meant by sweethearting. And I would ask him, listen, I've received intelligence that you smuggle a whole woman through Eleuthera. How will you deal with cases when others smuggle people into the country? Had a whole judge. A whole judge. That's why I don't respect these people. I look at them. I don't respect them because while they thought I wasn't watching them, I watched them. I watched them. I watched them. And there's a judge who's retired who's trying to catch me. She got Perry Christie, but she can't get me because I am covered in the blood. And I have read her files. And I'm waiting for the devil to take hold of her so I could raise her flag and show the country how she is not safe. S-A-V-E. But I run on to tell you about Kurt Smith. And it looks like throughout his profession, they have been fining him. One judge fined him $10,000. That was a man judge. Another woman judge, she fined him another $10,000. Now, this judge has offered him 14 days or $20,000. So that is the choice that he has to make. Speaking truth, putting in an affidavit, things that are truth and factual, but can be scandalous and indecent and immoral and could be interpreted by whoever of causing the administration of justice to be stabbed in its most vital part. And that is what is taking place in the country. All kinds of things. As the democracy need to advance, let's have investigation. Because there was a judge who used to wake up here. There was a judge who used to wake up here now. He wake more up here around here. But if we were doing investigation, we would have known that the judge was an Obeah man. And then there was another magistrate. She worked with the drug smugglers. Every time, she would order the police to return the drugs. Man, it was a wonderful time. Can you imagine? If you were an officer of the court, and the court, you go before the court and you say, my lady, your worship, I need the drugs for my clients, but they no good, dirty self. God forgive me for telling the young people these things, but I'm going to tell y'all because they think that they are better than us, but they no good self. And while I have the opportunity to tell y'all, I'm going to tell y'all. So Kurt, I'm sorry, it's you, but thank God, it ain't me, because I don't have $20,000. Will Kurt Smith pay the $20,000 or spend 14 days? Or is it wiser to go to jail for 2 weeks and hold on to the $20,000? I don't know. This is Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. I'll be right back as I talk scandal, scandal, scandal in the nation.
Freedom March with Rodney Monker will be right back after this. This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March, broadcasting live here in Nassau, Bahamas on ILTV. My name is Rodney Monker. I'm a Justice of the Peace here in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And when I took the adjournment, I was just running on. I give you an accounting of Code Smith, where in an affidavit he made a solemn declaration bringing her ladyship's honorable name into scandal. The facts, if you were to examine what he said, was truth. But there are times when the truth will not help you. All right? He should have taken the approach that I have taken. Some Negroes don't understand it. Take, for instance, Candia. You know Candia, dames? She doesn't understand it. And one of the reasons why she doesn't understand it is because Candia is not safe. There are times when I see people and I pretend like I don't see them or hear them. And don't let me have my dark shades. Heaven help them. I just totally ignore them for the purpose of peace. So court perhaps should have done that. And as an officer of the court, he has to understand how the game is played. You know how the game is played. You're an officer of the court, and this is the court. And the court wants respect. Okay? And you upset her ladyship. And the ladyship has had serious struggle in the country. Can you imagine you as a judge? And the police was so reckless to leave you alone that a whole Negro robber could meet a judge in Scotia Bankyard and yuck her handbag, believed to have had lots of money, and push the judge down. You can cause the judge to hate man. Hate man. Judge had a serious thing. But you all ain't know that because, small. So, there's a bunch of things. So the judge is going to whale up his backside. That's one of the things. So judges had serious struggles. I'm not going to go any further because, they don't like me. They don't like me. They want to damage my reputation. Oh, he's eccentric. Your ma is eccentric. God forgive me for cursing out that imaginary person, ma. All right? Bunch of crooks. They thought I wasn't watching them. I watched them, I used to go to watch them. And sometimes my friends would ask me, why are you laughing? I say, I'm laughing because 30 years from today, I'm going to be in a position to curse these people out. Wrong here, playing safe. And ain't nothing but a bunch of crooks and scallywags. Yeah. So that's what happened there. And then I told you how Minnis is now threatening to send parliamentarians to call battle. And I'm prepared to gamble, even though gambling is a sin. I'm prepared to gamble that Carl Battle hasn't consistently made a public disclosure. And today I'm going to take a bold act. No, I've changed my mind. No. To take this bold act would be to compromise someone. I back. Not today. We make the bold act when y'all ain't watching. Let me give a shout out to Sister Lorraine Taylor. Sister Lorraine Taylor, she's one of the women's them. I met her today at Auto Mall. I just love a Negro woman who's smart. And she's smart. And of course, I want to salute a Negro male who was in her company, Michael Butler. When you told me your name was Butler, guess who I thought about? I thought about decent Loretta Butler. Only difference is you're black, and Loretta is like a brown-skinned girl. But you were the first man. You were black because you're the first man, Adam. And all men come from the black man. So that is powerful as I salute her today, Lorraine Butler. And I was so happy that she rejected gender equality. She ain't listened to them sophisticated Negroes who lives in a fishing village and think they have arrived. She ain't listened to them. So that is powerful indeed. There was another thing that I saw in the paper that struck my attention that I decided I wanted to talk about. Well, what is that? Before I open up the lines them. Y'all can tell the people them. They can call. You can call me. Because tomorrow I am bringing a mulatto woman on the show. Because she is an intellectual. And I like to hear mulatto people who are intellectual. She's going to come and, educate me. Because, I'm a grassroots man, and I'd like to be educated by her. And she was one of our citizens who had called on my people, the Negro people, to spoil their ballots. And once I heard about that, I was so excited. I said, wow, here I am, a semi-educated Negro man who believe that the people them should come on the beach and praise the Lord. Here's a mulatto woman who's perhaps one of the most educated women in the history of the modern Bahamas, who says, spoil your ballot. And that was powerful to me. She is an associate professor at our University of the Bahamas. And I will have a dialogue with her. So I've asked her, man, please come. Don't mind it's grassroots. Come. Come, educate me, because I need to impress one or two people. I need them to see that I can get smart people to come on the show and educate me, because I need education, even at 60. And so, Professor Dr. Nicolette Bethel, she's going to join me. And I don't want the F&M to intimidate her or to tell her don't come. All right? We have callers on the line. Well, callers, the telephone number here today is what? What is the number? Let's just bear with me before I take the callers. The number here is 323-7775. That's our main line, 323-7775. And the toll-free line is 242-300-0045. 242-300-0045. It's toll-free. And then the next number is 242-357-SHOW or 357-7469. It's our text and WhatsApp. Now, before I take the line, I need to say this quickly. Otland Buddy, please forgive me. I promise that I'm going to leave you alone. But one of the saints of my church, St. Joseph Church, she contacted me. And she said how you were unkind to her on your show. I ask you, Buddy, not to be unkind to members of the parish that I attend, St. Joseph. So I promise her that I will say on TV that, would you be kind, Buddy, and leave the sister alone, because she claimed that you attacked her, and she's begged me, to speak out. So, Buddy, please leave her alone, okay? Okay. Okay, welcome to Freedom March. I have somebody on the show, on the radio. Hello?
Mr. Monker,
Yes.
how are you?
Oh, I'm angry. Code is on his way to jail or $20,000. The deputy prime minister, I know he owned Skies, and now he's getting great concessions for him. I'm angry.
Yes.
What's happening?
Well, I love the show today, and, you know, you have a lot of viewers.
Well, I thank you.
Yeah, and there's a lady, she wants to call you so she can tell you a piece of her mind.
But she may call me, but tell her don't curse now. Only one person allowed to curse on TV, and that is me. Because
so
I
she
curse.
She need to call you right now so she could get...
Is she saved?
What she need to get.
Is she a saved woman?
I don't think she's safe.
Well, if she's not saved, I'm prepared to throw holy water on her. So tell her call me, okay?
All right.
I hope she doesn't cause me to get charged by the police. Because that sounds like assault, and assault is against the law. Do I have anybody else on the call? Welcome
to call, man.
Pardon? Welcome to Freedom March. Speak to me, dear. Sister, don't listen to the echo. Just talk to me. Hello? Listen, the Negro lady is not answering. Can I have some Conky Joe women to call?
Hello?
Hello? Welcome to Freedom March.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Monker, sir, how are you doing?
Listen, I'm angry.
Hello?
I am angry.
I could hear you, but you can't hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Of course.
Okay, how are you, sir?
Listen, I'm angry. We just caught Peter Turnquest, the Deputy Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance, with his 2 hands and foot in the cookie jar. Don't laugh.
So both of his hand and foot is in the cookie jar.
Yes, and while they were in,
you, sir.
Listen to me, while they were in, guess who was behind him?
Who?
Well, decent Glennis Hanna, and she took a crab and put it on him.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's my girl.
Yeah, she's wonderful.
Yes. Well, I am calling concern the Deputy Prime Minister.
Okay.
I understood when he delivered the budget debate.
Yes.
He said something about urban renewal, that persons was let go by the PLP, the former government, the PLP, from urban renewal. Now, my understanding is, how could he say that? And it was the PLP who were the ones who brought urban renewal into provision in 2002 to 2007.
Yes, that is
2007 to 2012.
Yes.
It was closed down. All of the centers was closed down by the F&M.
Yes.
And in 2012, we reopened it again, 2.0.
That is true.
So why is he on television making people believe that they had something to do with urban renewal?
Well, don't forget now, Peter is not safe. We've just caught him getting all kind of goodies for Sky Bahamas. So listen to me. We're going to have to pray for him and quickly hope that 5 years could run so we could vote him out.
Yes, but I want these young people to understand they need to go and study and research their history.
Yes.
So they can know what the PLP government has done for this country.
That is true.
And I appreciate that the F&M got a lot of young people there. Yes. But my thing is, a lot of them don't even know anything themselves. They need to learn themselves.
Well, we have to educate them. You follow?
You understand? But I don't want Peter Turnquest to think he could come up against Brave Davis and Glennis Hannah Martin and try to teach them politics.
Well, you can't teach him because Glennis caught him with his hand in the cookie jar. And he should be ashamed of himself.
And Chester.
Oh, I heard Chester. Chester was wailing their backside.
Yes, and he will wail them and wail them some more.
Well, he need a cow cock.
I am one of the woman them.
You're one of the woman them.
That's right.
Let's plant.
And we can stand strong behind them.
Yes, this is powerful, and you must get them to march.
Anyone who try to feed our children with chicken feed, and still refuse to give them what they promised them, then how could you trust them?
Man, this is powerful. Listen, we got to march. Let's just march.
You understand?
Peacefully.
There's nowhere in the world from Grand Bahama to Niagara that the PLP should have been out of power because of the foolishness that they was running on with. Well, now they can come and tell us that they can hold back on all these things that that they promised.
Well, I'll tell Menace, he is going to have to give me my what? Or I'll play crazy and go to Rupert Roberts and say to Rupert, now Rupert, I'm not paying any VAT at super value because it's the people's time.
I saw in the papers.
You saw it?
I saw in the papers the $444,000 that's going to be exempt. So I don't know what that means. But my thing is, if they have a plan to replace Bahamas Air, which they didn't give us, they take it from us from 1992 in South Andros.
Wow.
So I don't know what they're going to do now with the other Southern Islands, if they can take Bahamas Air from them.
You in South Andros now?
No, I'm not.
Because
I'm here in Nassau.
Because I need to come down.
That's my route.
I got to come down to Crab Fest.
No, I am in the Bluff, South Andros, where they had homecoming.
Listen, I got a cousin down there.
Why?
I got a cousin down there, cousin Lillian.
Okay, Lillian Forbes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know her.
Okay. My cousin.
Okay, so my thing is with the flight and all this thing, if you're saying that they have a plane, that's conflict of interest number one. And the Minister of Finance shouldn't be even get himself involved in things like that. So our young people need to open their eyes, their ears, and everything else.
I agree with you.
The motion of the ocean.
That is true.
Because this is getting ridiculous. And they're even saying a full month.
Yeah. Well, don't forget now, it's the people's time.
Oh, yes, the people's time, but which people?
Well, it means Peter the Pumpkin Eater. You take good care, eh?
All right, Mr. Monker. And you do well now.
I shall.
I hope to see you face to face soon.
Listen, just tell the PLP to have marches and rallies, and I'll come.
Okay.
Take good care.
All right.
Anybody else on the phone?
Yeah, Brother Monker.
Sir.
Brother Monker.
Sir.
Listen, you running on too much, man. Listen. Where you was for 5 years when the PLP ran this country under the ground.
I was there.
You don't say nothing.
That isn't true.
To run the country under the ground.
When the PLP went contrary, I rebuked them.
Party.
But so is the F&M.
People lying party.
Listen.
The people.
And what is the F&M?
The Christie run this country under the ground and you don't say a word.
That is not true.
You don't say a word. I listen to you all the time.
Man, you ain't safe.
You don't say a word.
Look at what the F&M is doing.
What Menace do to you?
Menace has taken.
Menace do to you?
He did not disclose.
Menace should put you in damn court. That's what Menace need to do to you.
I could beat Menace in court.
You was a fool.
Lick it on mama. Goodness me. I want Menace to take me to court. I love court. That's where I could put my case. Anyway, do I have another F&M? Welcome to Freedom March.
Hello.
How are you, sir?
I'm all right.
What's on your mind?
Hey, I call from Bimini.
You calling from Bimini?
Yes.
Welcome to Freedom March.
Now, Mr. Monton.
Sir?
Everybody know the economy of Bimini has grown over the few years.
Is that really true?
Yes, man. Since the resorts world opened up, we had a lot of staff came in from Freeport and Nassau to be working here.
Wow.
And the economy has grown by leaps and bounds.
Okay.
And then RBC, the Royal Bank, they decide they only open on Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday.
Really?
Now, you think any place where economy has grown so much as Bimini economy, you think the bank should go carry us back by only opening 3 days?
I think the bank is wrong. What happened to our bank, the Bank of the Bahamas?
Because we only had Royal Bank of Canada here.
Okay.
And only 3 days. I tell you, millions and millions of dollars is flowing through Bimini.
Really?
Thanks to Mr. Obi Wiscombe, he was in a good.
Well, why y'all vote him out?
Huh?
If Obi Wiscombe.
What happened with Obi? As you remember, a lot of people came in from Freeport to work at the hotel who Obi provided jobs for now.
Okay.
And they were always F&M, so that helped with the swing too.
Okay.
I mean, we ain't worrying about that part because, it comes and goes, but we talking, can the government do anything about them banks? Because if they here to service, they have a license to service the public. And I think every bank should service the public 5 days a week, 5 working days a week.
I agree with you, but...
And I think should be some kind of rule set down on these banks about that situation. All they doing, and they charging us more fees. We paying fees just by keeping our money there, using the ATM and everything. But 5 days a week, man, and on payday, people be standing outside the bank. You gotta take turns to go into the bank.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
But listen, I'm going to ask Royal why they're doing that, and depending on what they say, I'll come here and curse them out. But meantime, you should tell Pakisha.
Yes.
To get the Bank of the Bahamas to come down. How that sound?
Yeah, they were planning on something like that, but I don't know what they was thinking about. But they might do it. And one more thing I'd like to say. I know you like say something, but God save the Queen. I think I have a problem with that national anthem in the way what the British have,
Okay.
Because you have millions of people in that country, and your national anthem only one God to save, only the Queen.
I hear your complaint.
What you think about that?
Well, don't forget now, here in the Bahamas, the Queen of England, listen to this mystery. While she is Queen of England, she is Queen of the Bahamas, and the Queen of the Bahamas, while she is Queen of England and is the same person, yet is different person. So in the Bahamas, we sing what? Lift up your head.
Lift up your head,
to the rising sun. As
I used to say, God save the Queen before 73.
Listen, we're still saying it. Menace taken out to our blessed sovereign lady, the Queen. I got to let you go.
Yeah, no
Don't worry about that. I love the Queen.
All right.
And all the Negroes love Her Majesty. But Menace happens to be a lover of King George III. Do I have another caller? Welcome to Freedom March. Hello.
Hello.
How are you, my dear?
I'm fine.
What's on your mind?
Well, Mr. Monco, this is my first time calling.
Really?
And I'm so proud of you.
I thank you.
I'm living in the Big Pond area. You're my next door neighbor.
Wow, this is Big Pond.
I am proud for the work you are doing.
I thank you. You make me feel so great.
Keep it up.
I shall. And
you might know me. I'm Franklin Donaldson, the paperboy mother.
Wowee. How is he doing?
Oh, he's doing fine. He has a bad leg, but he's still out there working.
Okay. I got to come to the corner and give you a hail. I ain't seen you in a long time.
Right here, I'm holding, so keep up. Keep up the work.
I thank you.
You're doing a good job, and you're bringing out things what the young people need to know.
Oh, I'm going to tell them.
That's why they're off track.
I shall tell them.
Because they don't know what they're supposed to know.
That is true. We must teach the young people, okay?
Right. Let them know what's happening in this time.
Okay. Well, I thank you very much. You take good care. I'm going to give you a hail.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then. Do I have any more calls? Hello? Welcome to Freedom March. Hello? Can you hear me? Can they hear me? Can my people hear me? Well, okay, so I'll read a text, eh? Or do I have more people? Well, let me read a text here. Good day, Mr. Monka. Who is your choice for the leader of the PLP, Brave or Glennis, and why you choose them? I prefer Philip Brave Davis. And why did I choose him? Hubert Alexander Ingram had me conducted an investigation. And it was only as I did the investigation that I realized Papa obviously was ensuring that Philip Brave Davis was a person of good, sound political character and principle. And praise the Lord, it turned out to be so. I'm supporting the man that Ingram ordered me to investigate, and having completed my investigation, he's an honorable leader. So that is one text. Let's go to the next text here. Call me back, please. Good evening, Mr. Monka. I'm having a serious problem with some land. Goodness me, it's land. Listen, it's the people's time. I'll give you a call because ministers promise to fix these titles. And I'll help the pressure, and I'll see what I can do for you. It's so important that we get the land register and put in registration, okay? Anyway, I'm concerned about something the person said in the text. Listen, I'm going to give you a call. I am going to give you a call, and I'm going to help my people, notwithstanding your politics. Okay? So, Freedom March will be back after we would have paid the bills, and I will accept more phone calls and answer more questions. My name is Rodney Monker, and I shall be back after the break. Freedom March.
Do you have something to say to the senator? Call Freedom March at 323-7775. Toll free from anywhere in the Bahamas at 242-300-0045. Freedom March with Rodney Monker, only on ILTV. This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March, broadcasting live here on Island TV in Nassau, Bahamas. And of course, I'm humbled, and I hereby welcome everyone here in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas and all around the world who's watching us either on Facebook, on islandtv.com Facebook, which I'm sharing on my page, Rodney Monker. I'm certain everyone by now would have heard the tragic news of the 7-year-old girl who drowned over the holiday. And her name is Elnora Bullitt. And her grieving parents are Fernanda and Livingston Bullitt. Well, Her Excellency, Dame Margaret Pinling, the personal representative of our blessed sovereign, Queen Elizabeth II, and the Governor General of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, she paid a courtesy call on the parents. And that is wonderful. Isn't Dame Margaret royal? There she has risen above the politics. And she focuses not on the politics, but on the people. And so it is powerful that Dame Margaret called upon the parents and extended sympathy to them. It is great. And we here at Freedom March, we extend sympathy, and my technical assistant, Dion Delancey, he knows Livingston Bullitt personally, and so he would wish to extend his sympathies. So I have a call. Welcome to Freedom March. Hello? Are you there? Well, I don't hear the person. Hello? Welcome.
Hello?
Hello, how are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. What's on your mind?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm a first-time caller.
Welcome.
And I watch your TV every day. I can't wait to reach home to watch this show.
Wow.
You're doing a beautiful show.
I thank you.
No matter what they say,
yes,
you tell them you're responsible for what you say,
yes,
but you're not responsible for what they understand.
Okay.
That's what you must tell the people.
I should tell
you
the
are
people
responsible for what you say, but you're not responsible for what they understand.
Okay.
And you keep up the good works.
I thank you.
And by the help of God, you'll make it.
I thank you for
You will make it.
I thank you for your
and
kind
God
words.
bless you and keep you.
God bless you too.
And you have a beautiful day.
I thank you from the depths of my heart.
You're welcome.
God bless you.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. Isn't that wonderful? Do I have another caller? Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
Well, Mr. Monko, this is Mr. Molly. I told you I would give you a call.
Hey, Molly, how are you?
I am great.
How is your dad?
Yeah, he's fine.
What is on your mind?
Well, a lot of things on my mind.
Well, slowly take your time. Go ahead, Molly.
Well, I just wish the public will give the government some time and just wait and be patient.
Okay.
Till we get this whole situation sorted out with the VAT and the budget and everything.
You want the public to give a little time?
Yes, just give
now,
them some time.
Now, what do you mean by that? Taking into consideration that the Parliament met yesterday and today and no one disturbed them.
Well, they mightn't disturb them at the House Assembly, but when I got you on TV sometimes being upset, ranting and raving
Okay.
tend to fire up the people, you know.
Well, but Molly, you know me.
I know you quite well.
And you know I'm 60. You know I love the country.
Yeah, you do.
I want the best for the country. I've seen scallywags in power. And
Well,
all I'm trying to make sure is that my party, because you know I'm still in F&M. I haven't
you
left
say.
yet.
So you say.
Yeah, me and your pa. Right? And
Right.
all I want is for the F&M to give the people, you know, a chance. What time is it?
It's the people's time.
What time is it?
It's the people's time.
Now, so you know, but you think it's right for the Deputy Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance to give little concession to the plain business of which he is a partner in Sky Bahamas without first taking care of us. Say, I don't mind if he take little something, if he would now reduce food, you know?
Well, I do believe that that was a campaign promise of Dr. Minnis. He said that VAT would be taken off of bread basket items.
But when they can do it?
Mr. Monk, we just got sworn into office, the first sitting of Parliament.
How many days you think I should wait?
Well, wait until, give us at least about 6 months.
6 months? Man, I got woman to feed.
Well,
You have any woman to feed?
well, how did you make it in the last 5 years?
I struggled. And now it's the people's time.
Well, you just have to be patient.
Okay, I can be
Doing the
patient.
work.
All right. I'll be
Mr. Monk, I
patient.
want to ask you about one more thing. You know what I can ask you, right?
Oh, just be kind. Remember, I'm 60. What is it that you would like to know?
I was wondering when you can turn in those plates, or do you still have them?
Which plates you talking about?
The senator plates.
I'm not turning them in
Why aren't you turning in?
because I bought them.
You what?
I bought them.
Oh, you bought them?
They're
You
my
had them personally
plates.
made.
And the PLP government gave me 2 pairs.
Okay.
They were suspicious that F&Ms like yourself may try to confiscate them. I got 2 sets. They're my plates. I'm not giving them out. You're going to have to send the police for them, and the police better have a checkbook to pay me for the plates.
I hear you, Mr. Monka.
May I keep my plates?
I don't know.
You mean to tell me, as a big-time F&M, all the murders taking place in the country, they're murdering, they're raping, armed robbery, your party and government is focused on my plate? Well, if I know you all coming, I can break off, run with them. You're going to have to run me down.
All right, Mr. Monka.
Take good care.
All right.
Okay. Man, these F&Ms are something, eh? I don't keep the Senate plates on the Senate Jeep. And every time an F&M see my Jeep, they inspect it. You better stay from my Jeep, because I will keep those plates and put them like in a frame. You know? It's like a souvenir. Goodness me. Do I have any more Negro people on the phone? Welcome to Freedom March. Hello?
Hello?
How are you?
I'm great. How you doing?
Listen, the F&M is harassing me. But other than that, I'm fine. Talk to me. Hello?
Hello?
Speak to me. What's on your mind?
I would like for Mr. Munker to arrange for a march for the PLP every month.
Really?
Every month.
You want me to organize a march for the PLP every month?
Also.
Yes?
Also.
Yes? Go ahead.
Also, I would like for him to have the PLP boycott Sky Bahamas.
PLP to boycott Sky Bahamas. Go ahead. Go ahead, talk to me.
Yeah, I'm finished. That's all I want to say.
Now,
you all have a blessed day.
Don't leave me yet.
Okay.
Don't leave me yet. Why do you think the PLP should march every month?
Okay, I'm here.
Why do you think that the PLP ought to march every month?
Of course. All Rodney have to do is arrange it and say, come, and honey, they will be there.
Okay.
Just to let the FN know that we are not dead. We are still alive.
Well,
kicking.
I'm going to see Mr. Philip Brave Davis and Mr. Bradley Roberts. And I'm going to tell them what the people say. And guess what? I'm willing to do it because the doctor tell me if I want to live longer, I need to do lots of marching.
Exactly. Same thing with us PLPs.
Okay, well, I'll go see Mr. Roberts and Mr. Brave Davis. All right?
Also.
Yes.
Also, out of these three, Mitchell.
Yes.
Mitchell, Davis, and Glennis Hannah Martin.
Right.
Out of those three, who would you pick for leader?
I will go with Philip Brave Davis. Just think about it. Don't comment now. Just think about it. And
anyhow, y'all have a good day.
God save the Queen.
Okay.
Do I have another call? Welcome to Freedom March. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Monica.
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm fine, but a little angry.
Don't be angry. God love you.
Oh, thank you.
Listen to this.
Yes?
Tell the F&M, stop talking about the PLP every day to Mr. McCartney on his talk show. Every day he talking about the PLP.
Who McCartney?
Let him start to do something.
Who McCartney? Who McCartney? You mean the fella over to the Nassau Guardian?
On the talk show.
I want McCartney to stop it before I demand the money.
Yeah, every time he talk about money, he must know what money they thief.
No. The last person I know robbed the treasury was his daddy. All right? I 60. So McCartney can't accuse nobody because they walk out of the public treasury. I don't know why they was keeping all our millions of dollars in them bare box. All right? So he can't talk.
Yes.
Anyway, I will curse them out.
And one more thing, Mr. Monica, one more thing.
Go ahead.
You say you want Brave Davis to be the Prime Minister.
Yes.
But I love Mr. Alfred Sayers to be the Prime Minister.
Well, one day I will tell you why we can't go with Alfred. There were some things that Alfred ought to have done, and he didn't. I'm going to give you a clue. He failed to save the children them. When you have political power and the forces of evil harm, molest, and interfere with the people's children, we must wail up their backside and prosecute them. And Alfred had an opportunity, and he didn't do it. I ain't listening to Alfred. He's going to have to go in the River Jordan and wash. Okay? Take good care. God save the Queen. Yeah. Hello. Welcome to Freedom March.
Mr. Monica.
Yes?
How you doing?
Oh, I'm coming on. How are you?
Man, everything is blessed.
Oh, praise the Lord.
I have a little wife.
You have a little wife?
Yeah.
Who you vibing with?
Man, listen, I vibing with some munchkins.
Really?
I am a taxi driver.
Okay,
right?
Go ahead.
I took 3 tourists to fish fry. And the reason why I'm vibing with the munchkins is because they disturbed our lunch dinner. I was eating with the tourists.
Now, who's
the munchkins?
What is munchkin?
Run across my foot.
What is munchkin?
Rats.
Oh, sorry. You have to say sorry. Okay, sorry. Tout le monde haïtien. Garçon dit. Sorry 7 Li. Go ahead.
The thing is that this is not my first time taking out gas out there.
So there's a lot of rats over there?
Man, listen, they some ninjas, my brother.
Well, I'm going to make a suggestion to you.
Man, they trying to take your food. They looking at you with the collect in your hand and everything like they want some. My brother, they need to do something.
Well, I'm going to make a suggestion. All right?
Man, but listen. They need who is ever in charge of the environment or health right now. They need to shut the fish fry down for 2 days, just for 2 days, and make a thorough cleaning, a big cleaning at the fish fry. Because if you go in the back of fish fry, you have a dump. Oh my God, the dump.
Well, you know who to blame it on? Blame it on De Aguilar. He's the Minister of Tourism. And this may be the first evidence that he has failed to go to the right place. And it may be that De Aguilar is nasty. Because if he isn't nasty, hold on a second. I heard you. Hold on a second. De Aguilar's Minister of Tourism, the first place that he should have visited was not Bahama, but was that fish fry? Because if we say that we are number one in the region, then we must make sure that our facilities and our environment is number one. Go ahead. I'll give you 2 more seconds. Go ahead.
Okay. But Mr. Diagla just came in.
Man.
This problem been going on for years.
Yes, but it's the people's time.
It is the people.
How much time must we allow the Aguila to sit on his tail without first going there and solving the problem? I tried to offer you a solution, but you wouldn't listen to me. I was trying to tell you that down there on Farrington Road, where the Environmental Health Department is, go there, speak to the Chief Vector Control Officer, and tell him we need some poison. All right?
Yes, sir.
Take good care. And
Okay.
how the taxi business coming on? He's gone. Do I have another citizen? Hello. How are you? Welcome to Freedom March. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello once? Hello twice? Can you hear me? Go to the next call. Welcome to Freedom March.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my dear.
How are you?
Oh, I'm angry.
Oh, me too. Listen here.
What are you mad about?
I need you to fire some 5-pound scuds at these callers who telling you give the F&M some time to start doing business.
Right.
Okay, you know why?
Why?
They already started giving out contracts to their cronies and friends. Why they need more time why they can't deal with the people's business what they promised?
I agree with you.
Okay?
Yes.
They didn't promise on the campaign trail that they can give out contracts within 3 weeks of winning. They promised to repeal VAT off a bread basket.
They did?
And other things. So why the people can't understand that if they could do these things in 3 weeks, income in the government, they could deal with the people's business.
But of course they can.
So that's why I need you to fire them 5
Well, I'm
pounds
about to curse them. And I will
Okay.
take them to the old penal code when we curse in 5-pound notes.
Yes, and also,
Yes?
this is your mango-skinned woman damn that was on the beach election day.
This you?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I need you to big up to your Facebook. You can go on Facebook and look at the defenders you got on Facebook.
They're
who's
defending
rallying.
me? Defend me.
When the people come calling you crazy and think you got this person named Dill Pickle, he just defend you or she.
This
then
is
you
good.
got Tanya Penn.
She defending me too?
All the people just defend you.
Listen,
we are your defenders.
defend me.
We are your defenders.
Defend me.
Rod Bartlett and Biggs Boris, we are your defenders on Facebook.
This is powerful. Defend me.
Okay? And so you hold it down in the studio and we hold them down on Facebook.
You're powerful.
Okay.
You're a blessed woman. You say you use mango skin?
Yes, mango skin woman.
Well, mango was always my favorite fruit. Take it care. It's
Okay,
powerful.
yeah. All right.
Do I have any more people on the phone? Welcome to Freedom March. Hello.
Hello.
How are you? Speak to me.
Hello.
Hello. Speak to me.
Hello, Mr. Monco.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm angry.
You angry? Don't be angry, man.
Should I be happy?
Oh, yeah, be happy.
Goodness me.
I'm one of the women there.
Well, now I'm happy.
And I'm calling to tell you, keep the fire to the F&M foot.
Listen.
You're doing a good job.
It's more fire, because the F&M is a party of fire.
Yeah.
And I'll keep fire on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep cursing them out.
I will curse them out. I will tell them Ching Wong, 42, and depending on how I feel, it can go higher.
Yeah.
Okay. You take good care. Eh?
Yeah, you have a nice day.
I shall have a nice day.
Okay.
I have any more call? Because I have 1 or 2 texts. Okay, this is great. Let me see what my people, the Negro people, is saying. Says is your best choice for the PLP leadership, but Papa Love says. What says you? I say licky do mama. All right, so that's there. Where's the other phone? Where's the other phone? Goodness me. Well, I don't have the other phone. Look, tomorrow, Professor Nicolette Bettel. She is an intellectual extraordinaire. She's going to come here and we're going to talk a little politics, a little sociology. I might even ask her, in view of the fact that a 55-year-old woman has been found murdered, does she agree that there is still a state of calm in the country. But minister me save, man. Whole woman get killed. And they say it's a state of calm. Marvin is at the prison. I wonder if he went to the execution chamber. Marvin, did you go to the execution chamber to see if the trap door is still working? Because there's too much murder. I want you all to stop killing. Murderers are going to hell. It's a sin to kill people. Don't kill nobody. Hide from them. Duck them. Ignore what they say. I do it all my life. Ignore the insults. I hide. I go in hiding. And so forth. Then I pray. Say, Lord, give me the strength not to get myself in trouble. Then I find excuses. Boy, my ma living, I can't kill. My pa living, I can't kill. Then they die. So I say, well, my grandma living, I can't kill. Then she die. Then I put it on the children them and the wife. I just find reasons not to get myself in trouble with the law. Because one of the things we have to recognize is once you are charged with a criminal offense, it affects so many people. Not only your members of your family, but your friends and your neighbors. You know, it has such a ripple effects. And that is why we have to be very careful. And here in the midst of it, Menace who promised us that he was going to hang murderers. He ain't got it in this the FNM manifesto, and he ain't got it in the speech from the throne. And history is going to show that when it comes to pussyfooting, not only does Menace pussyfoot, he is pussy-calor, he's pussy-Villemore, he's pussy-Lanimus. I don't know what we can do, but we need to take to the streets. And I support that lady who says that I should help to organize the PLP to march every month. I need my what? I need my food to be reduced. Look what's going on. Menace is taking care of special interests. All right? That's what he's doing. And that is why I've told you that when you look at the psycho-political makeup of Menace, he's a King George III Negro. Everything I'm telling you, you will find out that what I'm saying is truth. King George III. And they're not interested in putting people's first. They're not. All right? If they were, we would see the progressive social legislation. Can you imagine if all of us can buy food dirt cheap? Half of your problems are over. Food. It's a very important ingredient. But they're not interested in us. They're not. You see what kind of man Peter is? Goodness me. I didn't think Peter was greedy. Peter made sure that Sky, one PLP called me and said we should boycott Sky. Let me pray over that. Let me pray over that, whether or not we should boycott Sky. But something is fundamentally wrong that we are saying the conflict. But these are the Negroes who said that the PLP is corrupt. But remember what I told you all. I said, listen, this election 2017, is about the gangsters that you love. Because the FNM, every day, is manifesting that it is a gangster party. They seize state power to enrich themselves. And that is what we're saying. All right? The Aguilar, washing machine. Goodness me, the Aguilar greedy, eh? I mean, this man greedy. Here's a man who declared $29 million. Yet he thinks that the Bahamian people should give him duty-free on washing machine. The Aguilar, you ain't no good. And I'm convinced every day that you ain't safe. I'm convinced of that every day. You ain't safe. I mean, the man got $29 million. Huh? He represents a constituency. A constituency. Freetown. Anytime you hear of a community called Freetown, who you think live there? A bunch of poor, Negroes, my people. And I was in Freetown this morning, early this morning, and I saw abject poverty. And I know the kind of man he is. Tout le monde haïtien. Diagile pareme per moyen blanc, noir. M'a répété. I pareme per moyen noir. Anyway, tomorrow, it is my hope and prayer that Professor Nicolette Bettel will grace me here, because I love to hear what her sociological interpretation of these new sets of Negroes who are in charge. These new sets of Negro. So join me tomorrow. Let's be peaceful. Let's be loving. And even in our politics, there must be no threat. Because whatever you think, they are the duly elected government. Only one problem. It was purchased for them by wealthy people, wealthy foreign people. That has been the history, where they're able to come up with all kind of money. But who knows, they might have campaign reform. And who knows, if they were, things might improve. But right now, it is dismal. It is dismal. So I want to thank the technical people in the background, Brad and the other Negro male with the bald head, and of course, my personal assistant, Dion Delancey. Please take good care, and I hope to see you, if it is God's will, tomorrow with Professor Nicolette Bettel.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Monker, his guests, callers, and advisors on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of ILS, the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without the express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2017. All rights are reserved.